Hi data lovers, my name is Angie and this is Insight Bites with Dexibit. Today we're talking about visitation as the top line metric of visitor management, and specifically some of the best ways to report on this to your team and executives. Here are the key metrics that you should be sharing with your team to get a good overview of visitation. To start off with, you'll of course need your total visitation number for the period that you're looking at, and with this, a view of visitors over time, something like a line chart or a bar chart. And here's a tip on data granularity. If you're looking at 90 days of data or less, a graph showing daily data will give you the best balance between detail and simplicity. But if you're looking at 3 to 6 months worth of data, you want to switch to weekly totals. And if you're looking at more than 6 months of data, you want to switch to monthly summaries or more. I love a good spark line too, especially if you're lining up lines of multiple weeks or months or years or even venues to compare visually in a report. Along with total visitation and visitors over time, you can also include a daily mean, which is the average, or a daily median, which is the middle value. And this helps quantify what is a busy day or a quiet day. And also because visitor attractions are so seasonal, you'll probably want to differentiate these across your high season versus your off season. For this reason too, year on year is the best growth metric for measuring trends in visitor attractions. Year on year growth is calculated by taking, say, this month's visitation, subtracting the visitation of this same month last year, and then dividing that again by last year's visitation for that month, and then multiplying by 100 to convert that number into a percentage. If your visitation isn't seasonal, you can also use period on period, for example, this quarter against last quarter, or this half against last half. We're seeing that most museums at the moment, post-COVID-19, have reopened at about 20% of the equivalent day last year, and they're gently tracking upwards in their first month or so. Speaking of yearly figures, most organizations' financial years differ from the calendar year. So you also want a total of your financial year to date plus your financial year on year performance, just in case there's any major disparities. For example, the timing of severe events or uplifts in visitation trends. That way there's no nasty surprises at financial year end reporting time. With this, it's also useful to include your forecast forward to financial year end. With both your historic data and a look at forecasts forward, you can take a look also at goal achievement and goal burn, or how you're tracking to your goal performance over time. For a key performance indicator or a KPI like visitation, you'll probably have various goal levels, like a goal that relates to your financial plan achievement versus a stretch goal for the team, and goals for different frequencies. If your team love goals, this will be all the way down to the day. There you have it, visitation 5 ways. Lots of insight for managing one of the most important numbers in the visitor attraction. Remember that visitation dashboards with Dexibit are free, so get in on the action at join.dexibit.com. And we'll see you next time for another episode of Insight Bites, or check out dexibit.com for more on visitor management and big data analytics for places people love.